just won't be right no more. Rich relations make it a little crust of bread and such. You can't take what you need. Don't you dare take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have. God bless the child that's got her own, that's got her own.
So Doris Day is next. When Doris Day was a child, she trained quite seriously to become a dancer. And then at the age of 13 was in a car accident, which, you know, wasn't horrible like for the ordinary person, but it really did mean that she couldn't continue to pursue a professional career as a serious dancer. And she went through a long, sort of boring recovery period during which all she really had to do was listen to the radio. And so she started singing along with the singers of the day, and she wrote in an autobiography that she really studied Ella Fitzgerald's phrasing and the way that she said it was her clean, casual delivery of the words that she liked so much. And when I think of Doris Day, I think of that sort of casual, you know. So it's interesting to know that that influenced her. And I've heard her voice described as having a lullaby quality, which I think that fits. I've never heard a singer described that way before, but it does. It's sort of, it's her universal appeal when you listen to something that Doris Day is singing today. It's sort of like, oh, yeah, so nice. So we're going to start with Sentimental Journey, which was her breakout hit.
You've heard this before, right?
Take the sentimental journey, gone to set my heart at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to renew all memories. My bag, I got my reservation, spend each dime I could afford. Like a child in wild anticipation, long to hear that all the more. Seven, that's the time we're leaving. Seven, I'll be waiting up for heaven. Now that we've all the radio try, let's take me back. Never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roll? Gonna take a sentimental journey, sentimental journey home.
All right, another Doris Day tune that we're going to do is Blue Skies. Now, Doris Day currently lives in Carmel, in the Carmel Valley, and according to her good friends, she's been so disappointed by relationships in her life, the various failed marriages, and that she just sort of kind of lost interest in, you know, being around a lot of people. And her real love now is animal welfare, and she spends a lot of her time with rescuing animals and helping with, you know, raising money and stuff for the local animal shelters in her area. So this is a tune that's called Blue Skies, and keeping in mind how she has felt about having so much heartbreak in her life. We're going to take it a little mellow.
Blue skies smiling on me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Lovebirds singing their song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. I never saw the sun shine so bright, never saw things going so right. Worrying the days hurrying by, when you're in love, how they fly. No days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from home.
Okay, next up is Dinah Washington. I love Dinah Washington. She's in my top 3, definitely. She just has such an incisive tone and pitch. It just gives me chills when I listen to her sing. One of the really cool facts that I found out about Dinah is that she started off singing gospel. She was a choir director by the age of 15 in her church. She played piano as well. And when she first got started singing in clubs, which was right around the age of 15, 16, for 1 year, she sang at this place called Garrick's Stage Bar, and she was singing every night upstairs, and downstairs was Billie Holiday. And can you imagine? Like, let's go have a drink tonight. Where should we go? Oh, let's go to Garrick's. Yeah. Continuing with Dinah Washington. Here's Teach Me Tonight.
So you say I got a lot to learn. Well, honey, I'm not trying not to learn, since this is the perfect spot to learn. Oh, teach me tonight, starting with the ABC. Moving right down to the XYZ. Help me solve the mystery. Oh, teach me tonight. The sky is a blackboard high above you, with the shooting stars to go by. That star to ride and love you 1,000 times across the sky. One thing isn't very clear, my love. Where should the teacher stand so near, my love? Graduation's almost here, my love. Oh, teach me tonight.
set is just flying by. I hope you all are having a nice time listening to all these great songs by great singers. Great. So our next singer on the list is Miss Blossom Dearie. Anybody ever listen to Blossom Dearie? Yeah, just a few of you? All right. Well, she's definitely someone to check out. Jason Warner introduced me to her about 10 years ago. And, you know, Blossom Dearie was the most fantastic piano player, a most fantastic piano player. She had incredible chops, incredibly good taste. She spent a lot of her early musical career in Paris, and she had impeccable Parisian French. And in the 1950s, she did a series of recordings for Verve that are iconic of that era, the small combo style and the light swing style. And Blossom Dearie had this very light and airy voice, and one of the things that she was so incredibly talented at was hearing a song that would happen in one way and imagining a whole new way of bringing that song into being, changing it around, speeding it up, slowing it down, making something really different happen with it. So I'm going to sing for you one of her tunes called Surrey with the Fringe on Top. And I bet you've heard this in the musical Oklahoma, right? Chicks and ducks and geese very. Well, Blossom took it and completely changed it around, and here it is, a la Blossom Dearie. Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I step those high stepping strutters. Nosy pokes will be through the shutters, and the eyes will pop. The wheels are young, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard is genuine leather. With eyes that glass curtains, you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Two bright side lights winking and blinking. Ain't no finer rig, I'm thinking. You can keep your ring if you're thinking that I keep. Just look for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe right on the top of that top. Okay, one more little bit of thing to tell. I was so enchanted with Blossom Dearie that for my 30th birthday, which was now 12 years ago, my husband took me to Manhattan to see her 2 nights in a row. And we had front row seats in a tiny little club room called the Sky Lounge in Manhattan. And she was phenomenal. She was absolutely incredible. Her piano playing was perfect. Her combo, her trio was perfect. The second night, Jeff and Ann Barnhart came to hang out with us and see the show again. And we were all just completely bowled over. And at that point, she was in her early 70s. And she hadn't lost her thing. She was amazing. So here's Karen going to do Dinah Do.
Hi, Dave. We thought maybe you were on the lobby wanting drinks or something. Come on up.
Do I love you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? Do I need you? Oh my, do I? Honey, Oh my, do I, honey, did I do?
We have time for one more tune. This is, the vocalist is Peggy Lee. And when you think of Peggy Lee, you think of sort of cool, sophistication, elegance, like just too cool for school, right? Like we should have long cigarettes holders while we're singing her stuff and black gowns even. But found out something I did not know about her. She was a songwriter as well, a prolific songwriter. And she had numerous top 10 hits. She wrote with the likes of Quincy Jones and Psycho and Ellington. And she wrote music for film. She created conceptual albums that included chamber music and poetry. I think she was kind of a smart cookie. I think. So we're gonna close with this tune. This is All Right, Okay, You Win. We'll try to do it with cool sophistication.
Anybody got a long cigarette?
Does anybody have a long cigarette?
I love it at all. You left it with